welcome to our review for the Roto Grip Rubicon UC3. A lot of buzz and curiosity about this one. For this one, we'll be on the house shot at Royal Crest Lanes in Lawrence, Kansas, with a review on a heavier sport pattern coming soon. Speaking of Royal Crest, they're a big part of bringing these videos to you, along with Storm, Turbo, Bowlers Mart, CoolWick, and the Storm Roto Grip Bowling Balls for Sale group on Facebook. The Bowlers Mart links are in the description to get the UC3 pre-ordered or to pick up anything else. And my code Rosdahl10 gets you 10% off your CoolWick order, while SRGBBFS is a one-stop destination for all things SPI, specializing in used, rare, and overseas balls. We'll start with Angel here wearing her Land of the Free CoolWick jersey, and wow, right up front, this thing hooks a bunch. The UC3 details are quite a surprise. Everyone was expecting a reactive hybrid for the next Rubicon, and we got a sanded pearl urethane. Same details on the Rondur core, 249RG, 052 differential, and an 011 split or intermediate differential in 15 pounds, so basically idle numbers with a mild asymmetry, and the Turethane pearl urethane cover. With as dumb strong as this cover is, it feels a lot more like true or traditional urethane than stuff like the Fever Pitch or Pitch Purple, and the shape is generated mostly by the core. Traditional urethane doesn't boom or cover boards, partially because it's so strong that it's getting traction very early, plus they typically have low flaring cores, meaning the ball continues to roll over the same oil tracks all the way down the lane. So early traction, then covered in oil the rest of the way down the lane, so urethane is early and smooth. With the UC3, not only does it have a big core, it has a big, slightly asymmetric core, so a lot of flare, extra torque, so it continues to dig and dig and dig all the way down the lane because it's not rolling over the same oil on the cover. There's fresh cover every rotation all the way down the lane. It's strong, but also remarkably consistent and powerful. It's not just kind of picking up and hooking early and then lazily falling into the pocket. It's actually driving. If we look at the original Rubicon, they're not as far off as I was expecting. The Rubicon is quite a bit sharper, of course, reactive versus urethane, and I'm not even going to show the UC2, there's no point there, but the UC3 fits up there with them. We're both stunned, I think everyone is. This is legitimately a urethane look we haven't had before. The hot cell from several years ago was more of a stronger pitch black, wasn't really any shaping that one, and the UC3 is almost like a smoother Omega Crux or Insight type of look. Throwing in a few shots of the fast pitch, Angel can get it to bend a little, but she's throwing it pretty slow and catching a lot of friction. The UC3 is just on another planet. The fast pitch has an 030 diff, so similar to an IQ Tour, it does get a bit of flare, or enough to help it out a little, but you can see the same kind of climbing continuing motion, just nowhere near as aggressive. I was dreading this one a bit with as bad as I've been throwing it, but holy bork. Angel filmed first, and if urethane looks that good on the right side, it's just going to look better on the left. No track to speak of on the left, so we get more skid up front and quite a bit more shape down lane. That's why you see lefties throwing short pins and urethane, especially on tough stuff. We don't get all that free blend on this side, so we have to blend it. The UC3 creates the true lefty experience for righties, and it's extra special on the left. Because everyone's going to want to know, the UC3 and Purple Hammer aren't on the same wavelength. The Purple Hammer has a very weak core, it's not nearly as strong as the UC3, and I was told the UC3 was not built to compete with the Purple Hammer. I didn't quite buy it when I heard it. Everyone wishes they had a Purple Hammer, but throwing it now, they're pretty different. The purple is quite a bit closer to a traditional urethane idea, just with a freakish and impossible blend of traction, shape, and continuation. Now the UC3 has all those things too, but it's quite a bit earlier, stronger, more torque, etc. So if you're a free agent or have a Purple Hammer and are worried about overlap, I think you can obviously put that to bed, and if you like the pH, you'll definitely like the UC3. Rubicon for me here too, same thing, more length, quite a bit more shape, and better execution despite being last year. I'm pretty close to still getting back into the lefty thing. That's a big confidence booster. The UC3 should be taken seriously. This is pretty wild for us considering some of the urethane experiments we've seen in the past. Some have really worked and some haven't, but we're all going to puff our chests out about this one. This one should be really helpful for the straighter lower rev bowlers, which is now starting to include me, who find themselves trapped on tougher conditions, needing a urethane-like look to blend the lane, but having to try to adjust with surface or layouts and never really finding the right look. I'll show a comparison to the pitch black and fast pitch on the sport pattern videos. The Rubicon UC3 releases with the Idle Helios November 19th and obviously shouldn't be written off as just another urethane ball. This one might seriously play for a lot of people in league with no concern of typical urethane transition or carry down, and like I said, it might be a game changer for lower rev and straighter bowlers that need to use urethane on tougher conditions but can't ever get it to roll or shape right for them. Thanks for watching, and may the strikes be with you.